books, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, Issue 1 by DC. Now there is fighting, beating up, blood, death, near death, hallucinations perhaps, or visions. Did I say blood? I think I did. Injury, car crash, fire, and suicide. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Oh, and thugs. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's our team. I don't really recognize anyone. Now, granted, I didn't start paying more attention, but I don't think I've really heard of anyone here. But yes. Also, this is Shaman Book 1. This is 1 of 5. Alright, so I've heard of this particular mini-series. I've not heard of it, but I've seen it around quite a fair bit. People want to get all the variants of color. Because I do believe this first issue has one in pink. This is orange. Well, I don't know. Would you call this yellow? It looks orange to me, but it could be yellow, actually. We all see colors differently. To me, it looks more orange. But yes, because, like here, you see? This is the actual cover inside. There we go, Shaman, Book 1. That's a fucking awesome bat mask. Look at that beauty. Yeah, so that's the big thing. So I've always seen people, having all the variations of the... Well, it's essentially the same, just this color is different. There we go. Yes, I thought, maybe one day I'll get around to this one and read it. And then my friend Leor found me the first issue. So, I've finally read it. And it was, well, it's not really right to say I had any expectations, because I had no idea what the story would even be about. There's actually many titles of Legends of the Dark Knight, or many stories, I should say, under that title. But here you see it says the first solo Batman book since the 1940s. I think Leor told me this came out in the 80s. Ah yeah, there we go. I think it says there November 89. So yeah, it's been, almost 50 years? An old story. Wait. Yeah, no, probably 40-something, but yeah. It's been already quite some time since this came out. Yeah, I kind of confused this, not confused, but I wondered if, after I read it, if it came out before Batman Year 1 or after. I'm not sure when Batman Year 1 came out, though. But anyway, I'm rambling on something. Let's just get to the story. Alright, so the story starts with Bruce. He's in Alaska somewhere with a gentleman named Duggery something. He's holy shit, Watson. He's and police sirens, or ambulance. Watson, there's no bags for you to rip. Fuck off. Where was I? Yes, this gentleman is a hunter, or a bounty hunter, I should say, of some sort. And Bruce hired him to tag along to catch this other guy. I forgot his name, but he's not there long for the story, so it doesn't matter. So yes, they're climbing on top of a mountain. They're talking. And as they finally reach, what does he say to... He says something about this guy they're after, that he's very... This gentleman is asking him if... Duggett, sorry. Duggett, his name is. And maybe he wants to go back, because there's a storm going on as well, so... Not the best of times to do this kind of thing. And, he also says this man, he's making no guarantees they'll get this guy alive. Finally, Bruce is there to tag along. And after they reach the part of the mountain they're on, they talk some more, and then Bruce hears he hears the wind around, and then there's a gunshot. And his guide, Duggeth, is dead. That's with one shot, and he knows that the shooting is from above. So the crazy bastard thereafter, the one shooting them, Bruce goes around for cover. And the guy they were after talks on how he's going to shoot. He knows who Bruce is. He's going to shoot him in the gut, because that'll take hours until he dies. He goes around and he thinks, got you. But Bruce left his parka, his coat, and his bag to make it look like he was sitting there while he was hanging at the edge of the mountain. And he takes it's not a dagger, perhaps it's a pike for climbing, and he shoves it in his leg, and then he jumps on him. They struggle for a bit. The other guy grabs Bruce, he knocks him out for a bit. He's strangling him, because Bruce is out for a bit, and then he comes back and he feels he has no air. And then the guy says, well, now I'm going to strangle you instead of shooting him. But Bruce manages to kick him off, but he falls off the cliff. But he tries to grab on and takes Bruce's coat and his supplies with him. And he falls. And is most definitely dead. So now old Brucey is kind of, fucked. He has no supplies, and his coat is also down there. And he cannot go down without rope and, those picks you stick in the ice. It'll be way too dangerous. So he has no choice. He starts walking, thinking what to do. He's out there alone in Alaska. And also, the nearest village is a day's walk away. So he keeps going in the snow, having an inner monologue, saying how people in this situation should keep moving. But he's so tired, and then he falls. And then he dreams of his parents. He dreams of his parents and how, he dreams of the burglar who killed them, Watson. The burglar who killed them is an evil snowman, and he shoots his parents, and they break, like ice sculptures. And then the snowman prances away. And Bruce wakes up, and he's surrounded by, I think, like 4 people, a man, 2 women, and then a shaman above them. The shaman is performing some sort of ritual, a telling of a story. And the story goes like this. There was a raven that got sick. He got the sickness of wind. And he was going to die. And not the sickness of wind, but a sickness. He was going to die, and then his bat friend... Now, this bat didn't have any wings. It was just a normal rat. Almost. So the bat says, what can I do to save you? And the raven says, you have to make a great wind. You have to create a great wind, and then it will blow the sickness away from me. And the bat says, but I can't do that. And the raven answers, then I will die. So the bat stretches his fingers and hands as much as possible, or his fingers mainly, and the skin between his fingers also stretches, and then he starts blowing wind, and the sickness is away from the raven. The raven thanks him and tells him that as a reward, he will let him keep his wings, and he'll be the only rodent that'll be able to fly. We see that all in, I don't know, kind of reminds me of the Mayans, but I think it's more Indian drawings, perhaps. But yes, then Bruce wakes up, he's in the hut of some tribe. A young woman tells him, before that he wakes up, he hears talking, how his fever has broken, and I think one of the men says then he'll live. So Bruce wakes up, he thanks the young woman, but she tells him, no, my grandfather saved you. And we see the old man, Watson! And we see the old man sitting there. Watson, stop that. Yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, well, Bruce recovers there for a few more days. It's like, what did your grandfather used to save me? Did he have drugs, antibiotics? Bruce had hypothermia, and yeah, he almost died, but the shaman saved him. So then, this young lady accompanies him, almost out to the village until he can find a way to go home. And then she says, she asks him, remember the story my grandfather told you? And he says, yes, I remember, about the bat. She's like, well, he asked that you do not repeat it. It is a story that is used to heal the people of our village, and it's never been used to heal an outsider. And Bruce is like, do you really believe it? You're young, you're bright, perhaps I can help you come to Gotham. And she says, no, I will not be happy there. Smart girl. I mean, considering the life in Gotham. So yes, Bruce goes back home, goes to his banner, sees Alfred again. And Alfred's like, well, hello, sir. Will you be staying long enough to unpack your bags? And Bruce assures him, don't worry. No more traveling for the foreseeable future. The coat, because he got clothes from the tribe, from that family. He asked Alfred to clean the coat he was in and keep it somewhere. And he gets a package from London with some books about crime, and then we get this sentence, criminals are a cowardly and superstitious lot. Well, that night, Bruce goes out, with clothes to the east side. I think Alfred said it was the east side. And starts a fight with a pimp. But then the pimp's hookers try to hurt Bruce. And he punches Selina Kyle, saying, how he's not a smart man. And then he gets arrested, but he manages to make the police car swerve, and they swerves and goes into a truck. And then he manages to get home, bloodied and injured. And then he sits in that same room in the armchair. So this is where it's kind of like Batman Year One. I mean, the series of events where after he returns, he's, he also have the scene with Selina, but it's different there, of course, but it's kind of the same. And then he sees the bat, he's sitting there thinking, and then the bat flies through the window, breaks the glass, and he's like, I'll become a bat. Oh, and it was really cool, I'll show you later, is a montage, because when he sees when the story of the shaman begins, and you see the mask of the bat break in half, and then we see another mask. So this is like a representation of what, for Bruce later. Because later when he's in that room in this scene, he sees the same vision, but this time the mask of the man appears, and above it the mask of the bat is closed. I mean, the two halves appear again, and then it closes. There's like, I shall become a bat. And then Alfred finds it and is like, should I call a doctor, sir? And Bruce says, no. No need. Well, the next day, I guess Alfred bandaged him up. Bruce is exercising. And Alfred's offering him all sorts of papers of the Wayne Foundation business. Bruce looks through them, and then he chooses... he chooses something to fund. I think it's some kind of research. Because he put in a lot of research into assassination techniques, weapons, rare poisons, all the friendly stuff. I love how sassy and sarcastic Alfred in this one was. It was funny. That's it. He says he picks a foundation of some sort, and he says, "Well, send me a meeting with the professor of it for tomorrow, because tonight he's about to head out as his first outing as Batman." Alfred made the costume, and then we see not a montage, but yeah, we see him put it on. And he tells Alfred, "Fine job, Alfred." Alfred says, "You look impressive, sir." And Alfred's like, "Well, sir, where should I come scrape you off in case you get beaten up?" You gotta love how Alfred believes in him. And he tells him he's going to this free clinic in Gotham that's been robbed for already 3 times. So he gets there. There are 3 goons in this lady's, the doctor's lady doctor's clinic. They want drugs. She doesn't have any anymore. And she tells them, "I'll give you what little money I have." And they're like, "Of course you will, but we still want drugs." And they grab a young woman that's in there with her. And they say, "We'll take her." Oh, they're sick fucks, basically. So they start dragging the poor pregnant woman out. Yes, she's pregnant. That's when the doctor rushes out, like, "Don't take her, she's pregnant." One of them hits the doctor, and then suddenly they hear a voice, and there's Batman. Bruce is Batman now. He's like, "You have 2 choices. Either you crawl on your bellies and apologize to her, or I hurt you. Pick one." Well, they picked wrong. Bruce beats the crap out of them. Batman beats the crap out of them. Then, out of the third one as well. Ooh, some ass whooping going on. And then he grabs one of them and he says, "Tell everyone, now you have to fear me, Batman. Batman will come after all of you." They got the message. The doctor looks at him and says, "Was all this violence necessary?" I mean, I get what she means in a way, but it's not like these thugs would have quietly left her alone, right? They would have come back again. I mean, shit, I don't know what they even wanted to do to the pregnant girl. They're like, "Well, since we don't have drugs, we'll entertain ourselves with her." I shudder to think what kind of entertainment they had in mind for the poor soul. I imagine it would have involved rape. What's wrong, Watson? You spot a Batman villain? He's entranced. Where was I? Yes, and he tells her, "Doctor, you cured the city in your ways, and I'll cure it in mine." But then the young woman is, when Batman arrives, they throw her aside. "Watson, what's wrong?" "Why did you find me there? You can't go into the kitchen." Little bugger. "Watson, no kitchen, fool." Cats. Maybe Vass is stuck in there. Well, wait a second, I need to finish filming. Yes, where was I? Right, the young pregnant woman, she seems to be terrified of Batman. She grabs the dagger, the knife, that one of the goons had, and she holds it like, "No, don't hurt me. Don't come near me." Oh yeah, Vasa's there. "1 second, Vasa, I'm coming." Not for piss sake. This is what it's like to film with cats. Okay, if she mentions this one name, I'll leave it here on screen. The goons also mentioned it. I'm not sure if it's the name of perhaps some crime boss, or maybe it's something more spiritual, like some sort of a god. Or a devil. I don't know. But yes, she screams that, and then she takes the dagger and shoves it into her heart. I was like, holy shit. And then the doctor examined her and said she's dead. She shoved it right into her heart. And Batman answers, "Yes, but why?" And that's it. It ends, to be continued. Now, it is interesting because, I mean, I'd imagine she's terrified of Batman, but Perhaps there's something else there. Because, and I mean, yeah, to see Batman would be pretty terrifying. The first time, especially. I wonder if it was him that she was so terrified of that it drove her to suicide. Or perhaps it was this name that she yelled before. I guess that's left to be seen. Right, let's get to the art. Poor Vasa's, cats. I'm coming, Vasa. Just give me a few more minutes. I'll show you the snowman. This is what Bruce... I think I can show you the inside of this. It's already like almost 40-something years old. There's a bit of water damage on this copy that already existed. You see, there's the evil snowman. There's Bruce walking. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, he's a bit injured as well. Let me get to the part with the shaman, because that was fucking cool. Yeah, alright, so you see, this is the family that finds him. And as you see the snowman's prancing away. And then you see there's the grandfather, and he starts the ritual. And look, you see? This is the montage I'm in. There's the mask. It's breaking in half and shows the mask of a man. There's the young lady. She's very pretty. The art's pretty good. In some places it is a little bit ugly, but overall it's good. You see there's Bruce punching Selina. I guess this is kind of different than Batman Year One. Now one moment, you see, okay. So there's the other montage. Oh wait, there's him going, you see the bat, the iconic scene. And look. See what I mean? It goes the other way around. You see the mask of the man, then it goes over, and the mask of a bat. Symbolism. There's Alfred. And there's the doctor. I suppose that won't show you her putting a dagger through her heart, perhaps. Let's skip that. There we go. See? She's already injured. Someone injured her before this. Oh yeah, let me just show you Batman. And we'll be done. Yeah, I really like this page here. I see the yellow, because it's a color also used for fear. Very good usage of that. I mean, look. There's Batsy. Oh, I gotta show you one more page. I need to wrap up. Those are my kids. I see there's Bruce putting on the costume. I quite like this, you see? And there's the Batsy we know and love. Alrighty then. So that was the first issue of this mini-series. I enjoyed this. It's a bit of a different take on the other story. I don't know if Batman Year One's the first one to have done it like that, or was it did it already exist before? Because I'm not sure if this came out before that one or after. I think Lear told me it came out after already. But yeah, regardless, it does stick to similar things. The art is good, and the story is interesting. I like the part with the shaman. That was very cool. And with the story symbolisms. The part with the masks was really cool. I like how they did that. But yeah, good story, a good first issue. I'll definitely try at some point to get the other 4, because I would like to read this. And find out who's this name the young girl screamed. Not girl, the young woman. Perhaps that's what drove her to shove a knife into her heart. Or perhaps it was Batman. I guess we'll find out in the next issue, whenever that will be. I mean, whenever I get it. But yeah, if you haven't read this one, I would recommend. It was good. Especially if you're a Batman fan. I guess if you want to read a Batman story, I mean, this is pretty short in comparison, contained. So yes. Alright, let me know, folks. Have you read this one? What did you think about it? Did you like the story? No spoilers, please, though. And that is it. Now remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!